Okay.
So we're set. You're gonna do.
We'll go.
Okay.
I usually keep my word.
About a year ago, I bought this 1966 Ford Mustang for $9,500. The original plan was to do some minor work to it and flip it for quick cash. That was the plan until...
Don't stop, don't move. Let me pull the truck forward.
A sketchy car unload. After that, I just parked it in the side yard where it's been sitting ever since. But today, we changed that. Currently, it's got a few things wrong with it that I'll have to fix before I can try to resell it. First, it doesn't start. Needs body work. And some tender loving care in the interior. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this 66 back out on the road. I see many TV shows and YouTubers attempting to flip cars. Today, I want to answer the question, can I flip this classic for a profit? I'm gonna be totally transparent with you and share the whole process of attempting to flip a car. I'll give a breakdown of my expenses. What did parts cost? How long did it take? What was the final profit? And much more. All in one legendary video. To get you up to speed, when I bought the car, the previous owner had told me it was a daily driver until he rebuilt the carburetor. Then the car wouldn't start at all. I'm tired of pushing this rig around, so I asked my dad to help me get her fired up.
What?
I don't know. Go ahead. Oh, there's fire. Go ahead.
Let go, see what happens. Will it die?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We just started it. Why the fuck would I know? Fucking car, dude. A fucking car. Do you want to know why it doesn't run right? Fucking car in 1 second got fucking fired.
Alright, ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's smoking?
Everything, come on.
Okay, so clearly it didn't drive as smoothly as I wanted it to, so I'm gonna go through, change the radiator, change the oil, the spark plugs, and then just make sure the timing's correct. So let's get started. I kind of missed. So when I bought this car, the guy gave me a new radiator and a bunch of other new parts. But when I went to install this new radiator, it didn't fit. That's because it's for a V8 and not an inline 6. So I'm gonna reinstall the old radiator after I clean it up. Alright, so I cleaned up the engine bay, gave it a little rattle can black. Gonna put back the old radiator. Alright, this is what the engine bay looks like after I repainted it. Time to say goodbye to these bad boys. Alright, we're gonna time it. Ready? Yeah. Alright, the timing is verified.
After a test drive down the street, it was clear the car still didn't run right. Since the previous owner told me he messed with the carburetor and then it wouldn't start,
Out with the old and with the new.
I decided it'd be easiest to buy and install a brand new carburetor.
Well, it's not tight again.
I also noticed on the test drive that the car's brakes weren't working that well and the brake pedal was super stiff. So I also bought a new brake master cylinder to fix that issue.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll.
Okay. Tight. There wasn't any air bubbles that time. So now that all the engine stuff is complete, we can move on to body work. I went around the car and circled in purple marker several spots that we're going to need to address. So without further ado, let's start the body work.
Did not notice how bad this was. It's supposed to look like that.
Alright, it's time to paint today. Mixed up the paint. We're going to be painting 6 or 7 different sections. The masking situation looks like a quilt. It's finally the day. Let's squirt it.
An auto body shop in town matched the red color on the car for me. I'm only painting the parts that I worked on, not the whole car. I was a quarter of the way through this paint job when my primary spray gun broke.
What's that?
That left me to use my one and only backup gun, which honestly sort of sucks. It was better than nothing, but it definitely ended up negatively affecting the quality of the paint job. Yes, I could have stopped, but I didn't. I just wanted to be done with the auto body work.
Fast forward a week, this is what this bad boy looks like. The paint job came out terribly. The reds don't match at all. I did a piss poor job at painting it, so I'm gonna have to bite the bullet here and redo it this weekend. The paint shop gave me the right color this time. I sprayed it on, it looks a lot closer. So I'm gonna put in the hours here and do that off camera, and then we will finish up the remaining tasks.
Many hours later, I finally finished painting the car. The paint job turned out well. It was now time for the third and final phase of this project, interior and detail work. The first thing I tackled was the door panels. They were easy to pop back in with some new clips I ordered online. Acetone made quick work of this dried up paint on one of the door panels. I then gave the inside of the car a real deep clean. Now that the inside was looking impeccable, I wanted to give the outside a little shine.
Okay, so I just buffed out this side of the hood, and now I'm gonna add some compound and polish to the rest of the car to make it shine like this.
The last task I needed to complete before reassembly was to redo the backing of the front seats. Now that the back of the seats were looking brand new, there was only one last thing to do. Put everything back together. The emblems, the parts I painted. Up you go. The new bumpers. And finally, the car was officially ready to be listed for sale.
The car was in okay shape when I bought it, but ended up looking really good once I finished. After looking over the market, I felt like $17,000 would be a fair price for the Mustang. So I took some flicks and posted the listing. If anyone's ever used Facebook Marketplace before,
you know what happened next. Low ball after low ball after low ball. After countless offers, I got a message from a mysterious man with sunglasses. He seemed like a serious buyer, and after a quick phone call, we set a time to meet.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
After giving the car a good solid inspection, it was clear he was ready to pull the trigger and make the purchase.
Are you going to buy it?
Yes.
Why don't you drive it across the street to the bank? Why don't you and Spencer drive to the bank and I'll follow you?
Okay.
Sounds
Sound
good.
like a plan?
Plan good enough.
Okay. Across the street.
Would have a nice car.
Okay, so we're set. You're gonna do 16?
We'll go 16.
Okay.
I usually keep my word.
And just like that, the Mustang was officially sold. Now, we can answer the question from the beginning of the video. Can I flip this classic for a profit? The answer is sorta. I made profit on the car, but it definitely wasn't a quick flip. It took me several months working on the weekends to finish this project. So the final thing I'm gonna do is run through all the expenses for the car. I'm not gonna bore you with all the numbers. If you're that interested, just pause the video and it's all in the spreadsheet there. I'm just gonna go over the big ticket items and then tell you the final profit. So we bought the car for $9,500. Registration was a big one at $263. I had to buy the bumper kit from CJ Ponies, which was $328. I did get a lot of credit back because I misordered a lot of different parts, so I had to return them. A lot of the other stuff is just miscellaneous. The total cost that I put into the project was $10,950. I sold the car for $16,000, which left me with a final profit of $5,049. If you enjoyed the project in the video, consider subscribing. I don't know if you noticed, but I've got a big empty garage now and I got to fill this void with another project. So stay tuned and thank you for watching.